Guys, welcome to the third season of the Derby Career Live, and in this first episode we're going to have a look at the objectives and look to sign some players. I don't think we'll be playing any games in this episode, but mainly looking at signings, improving the squad. So as you can see here, we've got a mid-table finish in the Premier League and a semi-final finish in, I believe, the Europa League. I think the Champions Cup is the Champions League on FIFA, so yeah, we've got an 82 rating, which is not bad. We don't really have to do much in the FA Cup and not really anything in the Premier League, like we only need to finish mid-table. So I'm going to put the objective for myself to finish in the final, maybe even win the Europa League, because I feel like that's the only real good competition we got this year. So let's have a look at our shortlist then. We have added a few players since the last window, some suggestions from you guys, and yeah, we'll have to wait, I think, for those scout reports to come back, but apart from that, we have got Tom Heaton on the shortlist. Main reason, we need a backup keeper. He'll probably only cost us a few million. I don't really need a centre-back or a right-back, but I think I do need a left-back. I don't think this guy Henriks is quite good enough, but Mattiello, Toljan and Rico, they're very similar rated and priced. I think Mattiello is actually the best out of the lot in terms of he's got the best defending and probably the best pace. Somebody suggested this guy. I'm not too sure what rating he is, so we'll have to see when he comes back. He probably needs to be over 75 rated for us to sign in, because I really don't have any time to wait for these players to grow. We have improved the bid for George Thorne. I think I've put one of my youth players who's worth about 1.5 plus the 5 million. I don't know, we don't really need a winger, but we may look there. Roberto Pereira would be a very nice player. The only issue is, we've got Europa League football. We finished like 5th in the table, and we've got 13 million. That's it. That's kind of crazy in my opinion. I think we should have at least 20 mil for a team that finished in the top 5 in the Premier League. That's a little bit mental in my opinion. Also, Iwobi is a player you guys have suggested. I think he'd be quite a good player. So we did put a £4.6 million bid in for Mattiello. Unfortunately, they want 10, so we're going to put Demissy into the deal, which should add it up to about the right price. And we could always play Anya at left back in the cup. I feel like he's too weak. He didn't really provide that attacking presence that I wanted as well. We're going to also improve the bid for Igalo here. We did try and put Dini into it, but apparently they're not interested, Watford. We'll go with 13.5, I think, and we'll see what comes back. Transfer offer here for Pickford. We are going to reject all offers and disallow future ones, because even if we did get like 30 mil for him, we couldn't really do much with that money. Transfer offer accepted for Mario Mandzukic. This is the kind of play I'm looking for. The only issue with him is the fact that I feel like he might go down in ratings. We're going to have to change the budget, which may be a bit of an issue. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we're going to look to Britta Sombalonga here, who has been accepted for 9 million when he's only at 6. Don't know if it's really worth it to get a Sombalonga. He's not going to grow much more, but he's got some really good stats, obviously pace and physical, but he may get injured. Obviously, he's quite an injury-prone player. 13.5 million accepted here for Igalo. Now, this might be a better deal instead of getting Mario Mandzukic, because obviously Igalo a little bit better pace-wise, and I feel like he won't go down in ratings as well. The board have just automatically done that. I've not looked, like, none of these. I'll show you from the start of the season. That's basically the first message we got, where we put the first bid in for George Thorne, and the board have just gone, you know what, we're going to sell Keogh for 2.2. Probably pretty decent price, to be fair, but it's a bit of a shame that Keogh is leaving our captain. So we may look to get another centre-back now, because obviously we need one. And we could do with some more money, to be frankly honest. He was on 45 grand a week, which is not bad in terms of wages. But we've got Rawson, me, Pinto, and that's it, I think, for centre-backs. Yeah, we could do with one more, just so we got 2 backup and 2 starters. So he could be only like 70 to 75 rated, somewhere around there. I'm going to put Oliver Burke into this deal, and I'll drop it by 2, because I feel like Burke's worth at least 10 mil when you think about it. He's a young player. I don't know if we really want to use him now. We might want to. Transfer offer here for Mattiello accepted 4.6 million plus Demissy adding up to just under 10, which I'm pretty happy with, because Demissy didn't really do much, and I think Mattiello will be a lot better. Also, the 12 million plus Dini, I think this is one of the best deals out of the ones so far, because Giroud is the guy I want. This is the main man. It's just whether he goes down in ratings. I think he does start as an 83. I don't think we've got 32.5 million for Chicharito, unfortunately, but we're going to go into our final group stage game of the pre-season tournament. Probably should win against Salzburg, but we'll have to see. Igalo has been accepted for 10 million from Sunderland. Now that'd be a little bit better in my opinion, because we've put 13 in. And we do kind of need every single penny, so I'm going to actually reject this deal, redo it, put it for 10 and a bit. Hope we get that. I'm also going to decline that. I think that's too much for Samba Longa. I may improve that later on in the window, because we've got a low amount of money for what we need to do in terms of improvement. It's kind of annoying, so we're going to, I think we'll swing it, maybe we need to get that way actually if we're going to sign 2 players. I'll leave it at 16, because then we got 6 and the 10 for the striker. Another player we can probably look at is Andy Carroll. Not the fastest of course, but very good target man. We will put Dini into the deal just because we need to get rid of him in a way, because if we do get him, then we won't need him. If we do get a new striker of course. So he's worth 5, we'll go 5 as well. Adds up to 10 mil quite nicely there. Hopefully West Ham do accept that, because I'd probably go for that deal out of all of them. Not going to be renewing Mandzukic's contract, he wants more money. But Bony would be the perfect player I could get, I think, in my opinion. He's got a bit of pace to him. And I'm not too sure if they'd be interested in Dini, but maybe they're interested in Zinchenko, so we're going to put Zinchenko in. Plus 12, yeah. Because he's a little bit better than the other players in my opinion. He's on a lot of wages as well, so getting rid of Zinchenko should free up the space, but if not, we can always sell Zinchenko, hopefully. But that strength on Bony, that's what I'm really looking at. Very good strength on him. And that's what we needed. I think Dini's slightly too weak. Mattiello has declined the contract, so we're going to improve it to 65. Hopefully we can sign him. He's got like pretty good pace. Quite tall as well. I think he's like 6 foot. Again, Bournemouth aren't interested in the player. I don't think there's the thing anymore where you could literally just put bids in forever. There's never a point where they go, our client don't want to talk to you anymore and la-di-da-di-da. You can just keep going until you get him. What I kind of want to do is put Ariart into the deal, but because we've only recently signed him, can't actually do that. So maybe somebody like, maybe Zinchenko, and just get rid of the money completely. We'll see if that works. Into the semi-final game against Leipzig then. This is a team that has been suggested for me to do a career mode with, so I don't know. We have actually been knocked out by them in the semi-final. Big whoop-de-doo-dah. Really don't care. We got a bit more money. It would have been nice if we got an extra mil, but I just don't have the time to go there and play the games and maybe win. So they're not actually interested in Zinchenko, Manchester City. Also, we need to improve. No, we don't. That was a message from before. So we get 2.5 million for the pre-season tournament, which is quite nice. Obviously, that helps the budget out. We're going to be selling Timmy Elsnick. He's 66 rated. We're not going to need him, so we may as well get the little bit of money and put it towards other players. Giroud has accepted his contract, but we are going to improve the deal here for Bony. I think maybe someone else. There we go, we've got 2 players accepted here. Unfortunately, Mattiello's still not interested in the contract. We'll go to 70. We should be able to afford him, of course. And we've had the 2 players accepted, Andy Carroll and George Thorne. So, going to deal with Andy Carroll first. 5 million plus Dini. I think this would be the kind of player I want. Like, he's a big, tall striker that can head the ball. Second player then, George Thorne, accepted for Zinchenko. Now this, in terms of contract, our wages will actually go up, which is good to see. As you can see, I think we start off with, I think he's on 70, so we gain about 45 grand in wages. So that's good. So City are interested in the player, but they want a little bit more money. So I kind of would want Bony. He'd be the one player. So I'm going to put all my money. Technically, it won't be all of our money because we still have quite a bit in wages. Scout report back here for Iwobi, who is on 12 months left in his contract. Very good dribbling and ball control. Just about 80 pace. He'd be quite a good player to bring in, to be honest. And we'd probably be able to get him on the cheap. So I'm actually going to just stick Oliver Burke into the deal. We'll see if Arsenal are interested. And that'll be a pretty good straight swap. He is on a lot more wages. So that's the only issue with Iwobi. But Mr. Mattiello's still not interested in signing a contract. I'll give him the 10% extra as well, and crucial of course. Eventually we'll accept it, and I think we'll get a nice improvement there in the left back position. But as you can see here, we have got 2 players accepted. I think out of the 2, I'd rather go Andy Carroll, just because I feel he's a little bit better in the air than Giroud. I know that's a bit of a weird thing to say, because Giroud's a very good target man. And I don't know. Plus the wages are the same. That's the thing. Is it worth paying an extra 7 mil for Giroud for 3 ratings? I think we'll wait for now, and we'll see what comes back with Bony. George Thorne has accepted the contract. The only issue is with this is I could get like 15 million for Zinchenko. So I might wait. I'm going to wait on this deal, see if we get the money, and then we can always stick 7 million for George Thorne and save like an extra 5. I don't think it's really worth doing this deal, so we're going to wait. Hopefully somebody puts a bid in for Zinchenko, because even if they match his like value, we're still making a little bit of profit on him because he has actually gone up like 2 mil in a year. We have actually listed him, I believe, on the market as well. Yeah, we have. So just waiting to see what happens, and hopefully someone puts a bid in. City's still wanting a little bit more money. We're going to see what money Dini's on. Swing the budget over so we got enough for 150, because I feel like Bony will want more money if he does want to sign for us or not. He is currently a rotation player at City, so not really doing too much. But Dini is on. He'll be around 50. Yeah, 50 grand. So put the budget down to 100k and put the rest of the transfer budget into it. Let's go improve the bid here for Bony then. It's only an extra couple of mil, but in these kind of deals it's about 2.5, which is not bad. We'll see if they accept that. We can always chuck in slightly bit more, maybe 100 more grand. I'm going to have a look and see what teams have actually been promoted from the Championship. So we've got Wolves at the bottom there, of course. I think a Premier League team may have bounced back, like Middlesbrough. I feel like they were relegated, I'm not too sure. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head who's gone down and who's come up. Maybe Leicester. I think Leicester did actually get relegated, so they've come back up, maybe. No, they weren't. Obviously, we played the last game of the season against Leicester. Can't be them. I don't know. Can you guys tell? I know Wolves have definitely come up because they weren't there last year. Watford have gone down. I don't know. City have accepted the 21.5 million plus Dini for Bony. Now he only wants 130, so that's quite nice. If he does accept this contract, like the player demands thing, like that's his demands. But then when players don't want to sign for the club, it's a little bit weird because they're your demands. Like surely you'd demand more if you wanted to sign for the club. But yeah, we've got the contract accepted just like that out of nothing. Also, Zinchenko. Do we risk it and maybe go 12? Yeah, I'm going to just try and see, because I hope Sunderland don't turn it down, because I feel like he is worth 12 million. But the 10 million would be nice anyway, because obviously Thorne and Mattiello. But we are going to bring in our first player of the season, Wilfried Bony. Very good player in my opinion. Obviously now we're going to wait and see if we can sell Zinchenko, if we are going to bring in Mattiello. But we got the biggest player, and that is Bony. Very happy with that signing. I remember doing a career mode with Atletico Madrid, like when he was at Swansea. Bought Bony, he was incredible, and I think he's actually really good this year on FIFA. Power, header, strength, everything I needed. That's what I needed in a strike. He's the very good version of Chris Martin. Bit of training here then, and even though he's got an F on his training, he's gone up to a 76 rated player. George Thorne, of course. Jeff Hendrick. I was saying George Thorne because obviously those two are going to battle out for that other centre mid position. I'm not too sure if we can actually let Arta go, but because we're in so many competitions, I feel like we do need a lot of centre mids, and I might be tempted to play Will Hughes at the cam position because now we have actually sold Zinchenko. So we just need to wait for that player to be sold. We've also got a bid in there for Schmidt. I'm going to match his value just so we get as much money as we can, and helps out in the long run, of course. I don't know if I really want to look at youth players because we just don't have enough time. We've only got one more season. And there you go. 9 million has been added to the budget. And Bolton have accepted that, so we should have just over 10 million. So we're going to go down to where Mattiello accepted. So yeah, the player that somebody did suggest, I can't remember your name, but he's only 71 rated. So maybe a backup left back, I don't know. He's got very good pace and decent strength. Defensively around the 70s, so he could be a good backup option, but I think we do need to bring in Mattiello. And there you go, Mattiello has accepted a little bit less than before. Obviously we've dropped it down by 1,000. Obviously we get the wages of Demissy to go into that 74, and we've made our second signing here. He is slightly higher rated, of course, and I think he's just better defensively. He can play right back as well, a little bit versatile, a bit like Darmian 6 foot tall as well, very good. And he's got the long shot taker trait with 81 long shots, so very similar in a way to what Demissy was. And a 4-star weak foot, which is not bad. Transfer offer here for Oliver Burke, 6.5. Go to 7.5, see if we can get an extra million, because then we may be able to sign another player on top of George Thorne. I don't know if we need an extra winger if we are going to get rid of Burke, but he didn't really play that many games, so we have got the extra million there, and they are not wanting the... I think we put 6 in, so we'll go up to... we'll go to 9, I think. I can't really do it at the moment. What can we do at the moment with the remaining budget? We'll go to 7, just slowly rise it, and then we can get the best price. Still looking at 6.5 for Oliver Burke. I don't want to... I'll literally go to 7 million on the dot, because it's still a couple of mil extra than the 5 million value. There you go, Burke has been accepted for 7 million. We could have probably grown him to like a little bit more, but I feel like we've got enough wingers at the moment, and I'm pretty happy with what we've got. So we're going to go to 9.5. They want 11. I don't know if we can go an extra 100. Yeah, we can. So we'll go for that. Maybe they'll accept that, and then we can use the money we got from Burke to get a better winger with 4-star skills, because that is like a one priority that I need in a winger. We might be able to get a Wobie with that money. George Thorne has been accepted for the 9.6 million. Obviously we did do a swap deal with Harriata for him in January, but now we're going to look to bring him back, because it's kind of an annoying thing at the time to do, so we're going to have to go to 35 grand. And then when the Burke money goes through, we can swing it back, so then we can accept the contract, and it just makes things go a little bit faster. I don't think we'll be able to sign him before this Stoke City game, but obviously Jeff Hendrick in the midfield, done quite well. There you go, Oliver Burke has been sold. We've got an extra 5 million plus his wages. I think he was on quite low wages, to be fair. He was only on like 10-ish million. 10 grand a week, 10 million a week. Imagine that, guys. No, we should have enough money now for George Thorne. As you can see, we've got 13 plus the 50. It will go down to 20k wages with 4, so not a lot of money to work with. But you never know, another player may leave the club. But I'm just going to look at the team just to finish off this episode. I know it's not been the longest, but I haven't really needed to. We've done all the business we've needed to. Mattiello at left back and Bony up front, very good signing. I know we've paid a little bit, probably more than what he was worth. I think we've paid around 25-26 mil. But he's going to help out in this season a lot more than the strikers that we've signed before. Patterson's actually going to a 78. And because we've lost Keogh, the only other centre-back we've got in the club is Rawson, who's not in the first team. But what I could always do is play Patterson at centre-back. I feel like he's good enough there, and obviously put Christie back into the team. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the team. I'm going to do a quick assessment, see what we actually need and what we could maybe move on. We'll have to see. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Obviously breaking the transfer record. I think it was 10 million before, now it's 20 mil. So yeah, good to see that's doubled in this season. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.